Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video.
To the place where the animals go.
And if you are new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Edwin and I have a lot of reptiles, as you can tell right behind me. So if you love animals as well, be sure you subscribe. So today I am building Rudolph, my cherry head tortoise, his new enclosure here. So what I'm going to be doing is adding a tarp under there so that the humidity doesn't mold or just destroy the wood under there, and then adding the substrate on top. So Rudolph's going to love this new enclosure, so let's go ahead and get started right now. Okay, so I hope you guys can see there. So we're gonna start off with putting a shower curtain right here. So I just got this at the dollar store. Yeah, I don't need any fancy curtains that you're not gonna be able to see it. Anyway, it's gonna be under all the substrate. So I'm gonna put this on top of here just so that the water won't touch the wood, the melamine wood here. So let's try to figure this out here. This thing is huge. Okay, so what I'm doing now is putting tape on the edges over there, and now I'm also cutting the extra remaining curtain here just because I don't need that much and it makes it harder for me to fold it in place inside there. So I'm just cutting off some of these remaining pieces so I can just better fit it inside this enclosure. Okay, so there you go. I wrapped everything. I tried my best, guys. I know some corners I did an awful job. That's why I don't wrap Christmas gifts, because I'm horrible at it. But I tried my best here so that no water can go past this curtain and just like rot in the wood. So okay, so for the substrate I'm gonna use Reptile bark. I'm also gonna go and add spagna moss and eco earth, but right now I don't have the eco earth. I need to buy that, so this is all going to be a process. But for now I'm just going to add spagna moss and Reptile bark. So Reptile bark is also a good way to hold humidity. Really easy to clean as well. And then right now I only have this hide that I bought, so that's gonna go right there. Actually, I'm gonna turn it this way just because I want to see my tortoise, so I can see him through here in the front. I'm also gonna add some moss in there, so I'm just gonna get a big chunk. I know I probably should have wet it before I put it in there, but too late. Okay, basically this whole side I just added moss to this side. I'm probably just gonna end up mixing it at the very end, but I like how that looks right now, just having moss on that hide over there. I also have these two artificial plants in here, so I'm gonna add this one in this corner over here, and this one, I don't know where. Okay guys, so it's currently the next day. I already added Rudolph in there. He's right there exploring his new enclosure, if you can see him at the corner of the video. So this is what I had so far. What I bought previously, so I had to go back to the store to get some new supplies. So I have a bunch of plants and bowls here, so let's go ahead and add those in. So first we're gonna add his food bowl. I have this shallow food bowl here, so all his lettuce and everything can stay in here. So where should we add this? Right here, right up front. Okay, next up we have to add his water bowl. So this is what I'm gonna use for now because this is what I had already laying around. So we're gonna put that in the corner back there, away from the heat. Hey Rudolph, you liking your new enclosure so far? Okay, I'm sorry guys, I didn't know you guys can really see, but now you can see a lot better now, right? I just put you guys a little bit higher this time. So there is Rudolph. I added the food bowl here up front so it's easy for me to feed him, and then the water bowl back there. So next up are just some decorations, some plants. So let's go ahead and add the plants. This one, I'm gonna add it right around here. Let's see, how do I like it? I like that better. So we're gonna put that right there. And then we also have this other bush thing over here, so let's go ahead and add this right about, where should we put it? I kind of like it right here, but we'll take this one off. And then we'll add it right here. next to the water. Kind of dig that in there so that he won't knock it over. And then I can also just add this one right below it as well. So actually, yeah, that one's better. Looks like grass. We'll put that right there so it can balance that little bush. Okay, and then I have a lot of these leaves, so we're just gonna like put them all over the enclosure. Oh, by the way, I also added the glass because I just wanted Rudolph to be in his enclosure already. So he was added yesterday, so he is enjoying it so far. I'm just gonna be adding this like all around the perimeter, I guess. That will look really nice. I also don't want to add too many things on the heat, next to the heat, so I don't want it to burn up. Okay, are you guys ready to see his new enclosure? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Looks so realistic. Look at that, guys. So awesome. I try to keep this area over here empty because I don't want the heat, you know, burning it or anything. But I do plan on adding some more hides. I want to add one right here, just a small one, just so you can have a hot hide as well, and that cool side over there. So I also want to add one hot hide over here, and then I think that would be it. Probably just add a plate, like a tile plate around here. I don't know. We'll see. But I love this. This is gonna be his food bowl where everything that needs to eat in here, and then he's going to go hide over there in his moist hide. So that is filled with sphagnum moss, so he loves it in there. Nice and humid for him. And then he also knows not to eat these plants. He's already tried eating these, but he takes one bite and then just walks right away. So he knows these plants aren't real, and then they're way too hard for him to eat as well. So he already tried, learned his lesson to not eat them anymore. So this is where his food's gonna go, so I'm gonna feed him right now. And also, you might be thinking, won't he overheat in this melamine enclosure? Well, I have a thermostat connected to that heat bulb over here. Let me show you. So right here, I also monitor the temperature with this temp gun as well. But right here, it shows 81 degrees and it cannot pass 82 degrees. So once it hits 82 degrees or gets near 82, then it will automatically shut off like it is right now. So once it gets cold in here, then it will turn right back on. So that is the way that he will not overheat. And also there is some vents over there, and I will keep this very humid. Also in that hide, if you feel your hand in there, it is very, very humid and cold. So there it is, because I have this glass open, so it'll turn right back on. But in there's a lot of sphagnum moss, so that keeps him cool. So he gets in there, it's basically like just being in water because it's so moist and damp in there. So that's where he's at right now, way back in there. So he loves just to bury himself in there. And I'm also feeding him right now, so he's a very picky eater when it comes to kale. Kale is so healthy for tortoises, but he's picky and he likes to eat just green leaf lettuce, red leaf, and just fruits. So what I do is mix the kale with the Missouri tortoise diet, the pellets in there. So I put them in a cup of water, let them get nice and mushy, and I just mix it in with this kale. So that's how a little trick that I use to make him eat this kale. But he loves that. Look at that, going down in there. Perfect, huge food bowl for him. He also fits in there as well. He just jumped in there. I wish I can do that with my plate, just jump in my plate and start eating my food. And who knows, maybe I might get him a little companion in here, because this is pretty big enough for both of them. These tortoises don't really grow that big, probably the size of his bowl. That's how big they're gonna get. They don't grow too big. So there's the size of my hand, so little size comparison as you can see. But yeah, I absolutely love how this enclosure came out. So much better than the previous one he had. You guys remember the previous one? It was just like a little L-shaped one that goes that way, and I had a 20-gallon in front. So much more room for him to roam around, bask, and just hide and just have a good time, and just having all this space like a tortoise should. Oh, I also do plan on adding some leaf litter here, so probably on that side. This whole area is going to be covered in leaf litter, and I'm going to leave this side with just this Reptile bark. Okay, Rudolph, I hope you enjoy your new enclosure there. Let's go ahead and close this up to let them heat up because I feel like it's getting kind of cold in there. There it is, guys. And right below Rudolph are my collared lizards. So, well, there's one basking up there. So I also did this enclosure. It's a melamine enclosure. It's a little bit bigger than this one, as in the height-wise. So there it is, guys. I also loved how this enclosure came out as well. And if you want to see me build this one as well, then click right there. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I'm just so happy to have my tortoise in his new enclosure now that he has so much space to just roam around and do tortoisey things in there. Same with my collared lizards. They have a huge enclosure now just to run and jump around, and just makes me so happy to have them in this huge enclosure. So I'm also planning to upgrade my leopard gecko's enclosure, so stay tuned for that because I want also with my crested gecko, I also updated him, so everybody's just getting huge enclosures now. So be sure you check those other videos out to see my collared lizards and also my crested gecko's new enclosure. Okay, so today's post notification shout out goes to Crystal Ramos from Puerto Rico. Thank you so much for turning on my post notifications, Crystal. If you want a post notification shout out as well, be sure you turn them on and then comment down below when done so I know who has done that. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, guys, peace.